Are you coming back to school with me? We could have done it all so easily.
Hi, my name is Craig Thompson Wood. I'm your host on Teaching with Board Games. Here today not to do a review of this game, but to do a playthrough, battle report if you will, Duel of Ages II. Now what's inspired me to do this battle report video today is I've gone back and I was re-watching some old videos put out by Box of Delights. Ricky Royal had done a series where he taught how to play this game and did a few turns of the game. My biggest regret with that video series is that he never finished the game. He kind of played it through and said, okay, well now you have an idea of how it plays. I'm done, out of here. And I wanted it to continue. I wanted to see the whole game to its final conclusion, and he never did, so I was a little disappointed by that. And so I thought, I haven't seen any other playthroughs of the game in entirety, so I thought, why not do it then? So kind of two reasons for that. So if you want to know how to play the game, I would really strongly recommend that you go and check that out. In fact, I'll put the link in the comment section below so you can check it out and go back where to find those things, and he'll sort of walk you through and give you a sense of how to play the game. I'll be doing some of that, but I'm not going to be making such a focus to play. I'm going to assume that for the most part people who are watching know how to play or just have a casual interest in the game and just want to see what it's about. So Duel of Ages is set in the far future, and these people are coming to this spectacle, this sport called the Duel of Ages, where these people are put into these rooms, and it's almost like Avatar, where their consciousness is put into the form of another. People from different time periods. So there could be, people from ancient times, people from colonial times. There could be Spartacus. There could be, some monsters and aliens. So once the consciousness goes into these bodies, then it becomes more like Hunger Games, where these forms that you're in. So say you're in the form of Annie Oakley, you go into the arena, and the arenas are different terrain features, different things there, and you're not just fighting each other. It's not just a fight to the death. I mean, that could happen, but it's also, there's different ways to score points. Such as attacking the other team's base, such as adventuring. You're trying to score points. So the game lasts for 12 turns, and I'll be playing the full 12 turns of the game. So I'm also going to be taking a page from Ricky Royal, and I'm going to be doing one video a week. So in this video, I'm going to be doing the setup. So you're going to see me doing drafting. I like the drafting method. So each team started with 4 characters. There was 12 characters in the middle, and they each draft 4 more for totals of 8 each. So they're going to be drafting teams. Then I'm going through the first turn. So the first turn of the game, where just to the end of turn 1. And then next week I'll put out turn 2, then week after that turn 3, and then I'll put out one new turn every week and the following. So in that time, if you are watching and following along, then if you want to make suggestions what you'd like to see some of the characters doing, if you are noticing I'm making any rules mistakes, please, as always, leave me those messages in the comment section below. Do love to hear from the viewers, and I hope you enjoy. Let's get you right to it. So this is the start of the team building for the game. I have put out on both sides here, on the right side and the left side, the 4 starting characters for each team. Now, then I put 12 characters in the middle, and those are going to be the ones which will be drafted. Drafting is my favorite method of team selection, rather than just doing pure random or anything, just to give some choices in it, that you're not left with an unbalanced team. So what you do now is you look at the highest respect of the characters. So the highest respect here is Stephen. So actually, let's just look who we have. On this one team, we have Blackbeard the pirate, who is from the colonial age, Stephen Decatur, the swashbuckler, who's from the pirate age, Misty Corona, the perky space cadet from the future, and Amanda Pierce, the freelancer from the modern age. Then on the other team, we have Kit Carson, the scout from the colonial age. We have Paragonia, the do-good from the future. Zoe Burrows, the mole from modern age. And Baba Yaga, the hag from the ancient age. So in looking, we start out to see which team is going to be team white, which team black. So we look here, we look at the respect, which is the bottom one here. We see Stephen Decatur has the highest one for this team. at a 6. Now, Zoe Burrows also has a 6. So then you go to a tiebreaker, and you see Kit Carson has a 6. Respect. And looking here, the next highest respect they have is Misty Corona with a 5. So this team is Team White. So this team will be Team White, and they will get to choose first. So with what they have here, they have a good selection of everything, but they, let's see. I'm not really going to go too deeply into thinking about what they have, what they don't have. What I don't see that they have is maybe somebody with some gun power. So they're going to take General James Gavin, the field general. This side has nobody in the ancient section, so maybe what they will take, they will take Krator, the barbarian. So they've got a little bit of everything there. And so they will go Winter Creek because he's cool. So that's 6. And for this side, the Seer, he's got some pretty cool abilities there, so we'll take him. And this Ganymede, I read his rules. He bonds with somebody, kind of like Gollum or something with Frodo when they were being nice to each other. So we'll put Gollum over here. Well, his name's Greymead. And so we're left with those ones here. So there will be teams of 8 by the time we're done. So they've got 1 there. They got some sword power. So a lot of fighting. Maybe they need somebody with some range power too. So they will take they'll take Private Sanchez, the sniper. And their last pick then will be, this one's good because she's got the 9 respect. She starts with some abilities. Yeah, we'll take the revered icon, Marissa of Ravenna, the revered icon. So it leaves these ones for the other team to take. Cannot use melee cards. The Oath Warrior. No, I don't think we want that. No cards. No. He's a very strong melee fighter, but we already got some melee fighters. You know what? We'll go for another gun because, well, actually, no. You want guns? Well, actually, this guy, look, holy cow, this guy starts with a lot of this shows the cards that this guy starts with. Can use all cards, ignore his strength into. Holy cow, he's good. All right, we'll take Jerry Gillis, the survivalist. These ones did not get chosen, and that's it. So I will take you now to the next step, which is choosing the platters. Okay, so here, each of these pieces, these are going to start to form the board, and in the game we're playing, there's only going to be 3 of these, and these pieces are called the platters. So there's 3 platters. One is chosen by Team White, one is chosen by Team Black. So Team White chose this one because with Kit Carson and Winter Creek, they've got a lot of things they can move through the woods easily, so they're trying to use that to their advantage. And the other team, the Black team, has characters who can move through deep water easily. Well, not easily, but they can move through it where others people can't, so they're trying to use that to their advantage. Plus they have the Misty who can fly over top of it. Now the remaining piece is going to be chosen randomly. So what I did is I counted, there's 30 pieces, so I just put on here on random.org, and it's number 2. That's easy to find. So I just take the second one here, and that is going to form the last one. Now these will be joined together in the map, which I'll show you in just a moment. So I thought I would just lay out here for display the different keys, as they're called. So these are the platters, the main parts of the board that you're playing on, but these are called the keys. So some of the keys have the colored spaces. These are the domes, and the domes are where the characters are going to be brought into the map, and they'll be teleporting back onto those domes after they do the adventures and such. So these are going to be important. There's also going to be 1 adventure zone. These 4 here are the adventure zones, 1 for each time period. Your ancient adventure zone, future, modern, and colonial. And then I have the Lith Slayer, where you can do some special adventuring, the black player base and the white player base, which are going to be important zones as well. So each player is going to start off, so the white player is going to choose, they're going to be choosing 3 things to put down. Now, I guess the first thing they have to put down is one of the platters, and then 2 of the other things. They can choose 2 adventure zones, some of the keys here with the domes, or they can choose some of the bases to go down, but they'll choose 3. I'll move those out of the way. I just want to have them out there for display, but I will start now to put it all together. So the white player is choosing to use their own thing here, the Glade, and they're going to put on their white base, and they'll maybe put their white base on here, and then they'll put Lith Slayer maybe down here. So that's their 3 pieces. Now the other player, the black player, can put down 3 pieces as well. So they're going to start to join these things together. Now they can join in a 3 in a row, or 3 in sort of a honeycomb type thing. We'll see how it takes place. So now it should be noted too that the colors of these things are important, because the green get bonuses if you're in the green area if you're in the ancient age, and you'll get bonuses in the brown if you're in the colonial age and in the thing. And that goes for these spaces too. It should also be noted that while these are colonial domes, they do have different colors on them. So when the players choose the domes that they want going down, they can choose any of those colors. So maybe they will choose, let's say, a future dome. And yeah, let's have a variety of colors there, and they'll put it here, and then they'll join their thing here, like so, and then they'll put, let's say, the black base over here. Now, you know what, maybe they'll be cheeky and they'll put the black base over here like that. So that's their 3 now. So they did the 1, 2, 3. Now the next player, the green, back to the white player, and they will put on, let's just put in the future thing there, and they'll attach this one here like so for 2, and then they'll put on a dome. Let's say this dome here for 3, and they'll put this one here like that. So now the 3 platters are attached. Now it's just a case of filling up all the spaces in here with the keys. So the black player goes, and they'll maybe take the colonial one here, the, say, the modern one here, and then they'll put an ancient key in here, and then the white player goes for 1. Where's the ones with the blacks? Is it all black? Yeah. So if you're gonna go 2, here's some choices, 3, and there's 1 more left down here, so I guess the black player will take that one. And let's see, we have 2 blues, 1 green, 1 orange colonial. Yeah, we'll just put this future one down here. All right, so that is the map that we'll be playing on. So let me clean that up, and I'll get ready for the next step. Okay, so I've got all the characters laid out now, and I've got all their tokens laid out too. So each of the characters has a token which is going to be on the board. And so this is Blackbeard here, and you see on the sides here, it's a little hard to see, but there's black lines there and then white. So it just sort of indicates which team they're on. So Blackbeard's on the black team, so I have it on that side. What I've done, and I would recommend anybody doing this, is I put all the tokens into a bag of the age that they're in. So this is, I believe, the modern age, but you know, maybe look for one face that you do recognize, then you know which age they belong to, and then that way it's just, I find it a lot easier to find the tokens you need that way. So I put all the tokens out on the characters. The last thing I need to do is to just any of the characters, some of the characters indicate, like Misty Corona here indicates that she's getting 1 common and 1 secret card. And I noticed, so then Marissa of Ravenna here is also getting henchman. And so let's just get all the we'll start on this side. So Misty is getting a common and a secret. Now normally this would be secret from your opponent, but as I am doing this for the battle report, so she has potato mashers, so those old World War II grenades. And so it's going to give an indication here. You need a 3 strength and a 3 intelligence to do it. So she's got the intelligence just, but you know, the intelligence no problem. So she can actually use this. This was a grenade that she can use. So that's there. And then a secret card. So Fluffy the cat, used during free action at the start of any melee within 3 aura. Enemies must give revealed pets to user. Enemy unleashed pets are removed and the card given to the user. A sweet kitty other than the scratching and the biting. All right, so she has a kitty as well. Grenades and a kitty. That's one of the great things about the game, is all these weird things you get. Now, Jerry Gillis here, he is like loaded to the Gillis. So he's getting 4 common cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what he gets. Throwing knives, that's very Jerry. A Thompson machine gun. A Black Panther. And an implosion rod. Now let's just see his stats here. So the implosion rod, he's not actually smart enough to use. And sometimes they have an indicator at the bottom here of things that they're expert at. So he's not an expert in anything, so he's not going to be able to use this implosion rod. So he can maybe trade this with somebody else later. But the throwing knives, 2-1, he's got the Thompson machine gun, he can use. The Black Panther, he can unleash on somebody in an attack form. So, and he can use that. So it's just that implosion rod. Maybe the implosion rod could be given to Misty. She could use that. All right. And then he also gets 2 secrets and 2 elites. So we'll just take 1 from each pile here. So he gets a Stinger Sentinel robot. So again, he's not smart enough to know how to use it. And he's not smart enough to know how to use the Slayer extract either. So he's got a couple things here that he's not going to know how to use, but again, he can trade those. But he also has a no card limit thing. Oh, no trade. Never mind, he's not going to give those up to anybody. He doesn't trust Misty as a teammate. Oh well, you're lost, Jerry. And, ooh, so Private Sanchez here has a hatchet back. So it's another monster that can be unleashed on the enemy. 4 and 3. Let's see if he can use that. So he's 5 and 4. So he's good. He can unleash the hatchet back on the enemy. Ugly, short-tempered, and foul-smelling. A perfect gift for your target enemy. And oh, I don't. You know what? We didn't take the 2 elite for Jerry. No, we did not. Let's do the 2 elite for Jerry. So Jerry has a glass blade. So again, he's not smart enough to know how to use it. And then a branding iron. If at any point an enemy with pet or mount cards is in the owner's space, the user is given those cards. The same is true for unleashed pets. So yeah, this team is really going to be dominating the pets and the animals in this one. So he can use this one. He's got the strength of 4 and his intelligence is 4, so it surpasses the 2 necessary for this one. So he can use that. So there you go, Jerry. All right, and then we go down to 7 Eyes, the Seer. 7 Eyes gets 3 secrets. 1, 2, and 3. So a Sting Whip. Now let's just see 7 Eyes stats here. So he has a 2 and a 7. So 2 and a 5 is Sting Whip. Yes, you can set up the Sting Whip as a creature. Greed and Generosity. Lith shall test you. You may take this chest in Lith chamber to challenge it at the adventure phase. And gain some tribute points. And 1 and 7. So, yeah, he can also use the Hollow Twins. Any enemy hit with a luck of 4, 5, or 6 misses the user. A mesh suit producing a fully realized holographic duplicate of the wearer with flash and shift technology that prevents pinpointing of the true wearer. So, Seven Eyes has a 7 intelligence and 2 strength. Only need a 1 strength, so it's Seven Eyes can use that. And that is it for this team. So let's go on to the other team then. Look at these ones here. I'm going to grab the henchman cards. Put the henchman cards away. Wasn't sure if I was going to need them. Put them there. All right, so we'll start off with Marissa of Ravenna. She gets 1 secret, 1 elite, and 2 henchmen. So the secret is a phase cube. Free action. User ignores all terrain, including cavern walls and dome, for movement this turn. Each space costs 1 point of movement. Cannot end movement in dome or other prohibited terrain. Okay, nice. And it's a 2/6, and she has 0/2. Oh, it's a very easy thing to use. Even Jerry could use that. All right, so that's her secret. Her elite is a 60mm mortar. 4/7. She's not quite smart enough to know how to use it, so maybe she can trade that off to somebody else. And then 2 henchmen. So I'll just cut the deck here and take 2 henchmen. Oh, that's 3. Take those 2. So the first one here is the Promising Midshipman. Top of her class and a credit to the Consolidated Navy. So she is with Marissa, and then a Graceful Elven Archer. All right, trustworthy, dedicated, and beauteous protector. All right, so these 2 are with her, and I will get the tokens for them in a moment. They are protecting Marissa, the revered icon. Zoe Burrows the Mole gets 1 common item, so she gets a hand crossbow. 3 and 2, she's got 3 and 7, so she can use the hand crossbow. Mono crossbow is intended as little more than a novelty sport item. Regardless, it has sufficient draw power to be dangerous. So she has a hand crossbow. And 2 secrets. So she has a flechette thrower, which she can use because she has 3 strength and 7 intelligence. So traditional arms incorporated. Target the largest producer of Terran civilian self-protection weapons. The flechette throwers, small needle-like projectiles, are potent at short range, but will not accidentally penetrate the walls of offices or homes. So it doesn't have a lot of punch. All right. And then Revenge and Grace, another Lilith test that can be taken in Lilith's chamber for some extra tribute points. So let's go under Zoe. James gets nothing. Kit Carson gets nothing, and Greymead gets 2 secrets. So secret. Actually, we'll take 1 of each. All right, so Greymead gets Old Jonah, the horse. So, like the Old Testament namesake, Jonah is kindly, but not overly fond of being told where to go. 1 and 2, so Greymead can use it. Greymead has a 3 strength and a 6 intelligence. And a spy badge. Reveal when drawn. Owner's stealth rating equals the honor rating. A badge cannot be traded, placed in the vault, used for adventure payment, lost, or dropped anyway, but if a character causes damage to the owner, the attacker receives this badge immediately. Alright, so the owner's rating equals their honor rating. So Greymead's honor is 6. So his stealth was already... So let's take a look at Greymead here. So what this meant is that the honor rating becomes the stealth rating, which in Greymead's case is the same anyway. So it doesn't help, but it is what it is. All right, and even shows the icons there. that the stealth equals the honor. All right, so no carry limit. So old Jonah is just for carrying more items. If you're carrying more things and you're not Jerry Gillis, but you can't ride it for extra speed. All right, that is gray meat. All right, let's start taking things to the table. One last thing I need to do is I need to put items into each team's vault. So for the black base, you put one, well, this, I guess we'll do the white base first. One common, one secret. So they get a rucksack, necessary belonging among the soldiers of the Great War. It allows no carry limit, strength of 5 and intelligence of 1, and a what have I done secret. You may play this card when the conditions below are met. If an enemy within 5+ honor kills, not imprisons, an allied character within 5+ honor, that enemy switches side, suffers 1 damage, loses all cards, is banished. Wow. Okay, so if I can make switch. So this will tuck into the vault there. So that won't happen yet until somebody actually takes that card out of the vault. So one of my team members will have to go in there, or one of the black team can go in there and steal one of them as well. And then for the black team, here's theirs. So they have a Remington 31, the 1-2. Okay, the Remington Beale's first pocket revolver, the first revolver produced by the venerable Remington Company, a compact weapon with a light bullet. It filled the gap between the small Derringers and the large Army and Navy pistols. And then another lith challenge here called Apathy and Love. So that goes into there. So I'll just put it here under the prison because the vault for the black team is under the thing there. So just to show that's part of their base. That's there. Okay, and now we'll get to bringing the characters onto the field. Okay, so I've included the henchman tokens with Marissa here, and white is going to get to go first because they are team white team. So you look at the so there's an order of play here on the turn. So you do your free actions, your fire, and everything. The first turn, you're just jumping straight down to the reinforce because you can't do anything because nobody's on the board yet. So we have to reinforce. The game's going to last 12 turns. So I put a D12 here to indicate the number of turns. And it seems like the first couple turns are just bringing characters out. You're thinking, is anything going to happen? It really does happen. Once the action picks up, it picks up really quickly. So reinforce phase, we're jumping straight to the reinforce phase of the first turn here. And we look at the respect level of the characters. And so we look at the other team. Their highest respect is a 6. So we're going to bring out anybody who is 6 or higher, which is actually 5 out of our 8 characters. So everybody from Winter Creek and up, I've organized them in descending order from top to bottom for the respect. So 5 of the characters are actually coming out on the first turn here for the white team. So this is something I hadn't realized when I picked the teams, that they have quite a good advantage on that with getting out early. So Marissa is coming out, and we look here, we pull the challenge card, and it shows that she's coming out to a blue dome. So I'm going to take Marissa's token and her 2 hench women, I guess, and they're going to a blue dome. So I've got a blue dome here and here. So I've got those 2. She doesn't fly. Mental ability, allies within 3 gain +1 to hit and immunity to any mental abilities that they wish. Enemies cannot melee attack Marissa if a henchman of Marissa is in her space. So with these henchmen, she's free from being attacked melee. She is a future. The future dome is here. I think it's a pretty clear indication that's a good idea to just go there and maybe run for that future dome, see if we can start getting some points there. So next up we have Zoe Burrows the Mole. Let's just see what her ability says here. So while a mole cannot be attacked, can move through enemies without stopping, can freely enter the enemy base. At the start of the melee, can target one enemy character in her space. Challenge Zoe's intellect versus theirs. If there's still a mole, So if still a mole, Zoe's first hit on enemy base adventure gains a +6 bonus. She loses mole status afterwards. So she is on our team. The other team just can't attack her or do anything to her unless they try and think about it to realize what she is. So she's going to be able to maybe I think her job right now is going to be maybe going to that enemy base and just wreaking some havoc. So let's see where she ends up. So pull the challenge card, and she's going to red. So let's see how close we can get her to the enemy base. The enemy base is black base is here. So red up here, because you can only enter the gate through one of these 3 spots. Yeah, she'll go up there. Okay. And next we have General James Gavin. Mental ability, allies within 3 aura gain +1 armor. Does not apply to Gavin himself. Okay, and he is going to a blue. He's modern. Modern is here, so maybe he'll start over here and try and get onto that modern adventure challenge. Kit Carson can move +1 through wood, swamp, water, and rough, so his move only costs 1, so he's really good through moving a lot of difficult terrain, which is good. He can't move through this deep water, though. And if you have any questions about what that is on the back of the reference card here. So Kit Carson is going to a green dome. So he's going to a green dome. Where's the colonial one? Over here. So there's green and green. We've got 2 choices. So yeah, we'll put him over here on this one. Just because this is colonial doesn't mean he can't do ancient. It's just he's better at doing his own time period. And then last we have Winter Creek. So Winter Creek moves very well through woods, well through swamp, water, and gains an additional +6 stealth when in the woods. So he's really wants to try and maybe hang out in the glade as much as possible. And let's see where he's going. To blue. Well, there is no blue. I can't recall what we'll do. We'll just draw again for him to black. So black is there. I don't want him all the way down there, so we'll put him up there. Okay. So that is the end of turn 1 for Team White. Now it's the bottom of turn 1 where we go into Team Black. So our next highest for, we went to 6. So our next highest is a 5. So anybody that is 6 or 5 can go out for Team Black here, which is going to be Misty and Stephen Decatur. So Stephen Decatur can move through water, to the deep water at a move of 2, and move cost 1 in regular water. So he is a swashbuckler, a sailor. And so for the black card, he's going to black. And where can we put him? Maybe, I don't know if he's ready to face off against that big tree. Big tree looks pretty tough. 11 wounds. He's probably, Stephen will probably take the worst of that one. So we'll put Stephen down. Oh, this is perfect. He can go through the water and right into the colonial thing here. So he'll make use of that. And then Misty is going to a blue zone. And there aren't any blue zones, so we said we're just going to redraw for that. And it's black again. So she is a future. And the future one is up here. She flies, so it's not such a big deal. So she also is not the best fighter in the world, so I don't want her mixing it up with that big tree over there. So we'll stop there. So that is the end of turn 1. So join me next time for turn 2.
Are you coming back to school?